Hey folks, Kilt-Man here, Kilt-Man at your services. How are you all? Hope you're all doing very, very well. Now, as you'll have seen from the title of this, of coughs, cats and cartilage, what could that be about? Well, there's three clues right from the way I go, isn't there? Coughs. It's been a busy old time lately. And you know, I was ill for ages. Mrs. Kilt-Man brought a lovely bouncing baby bug into the house at the start of the year. She shrugged it off with a cough, a wheeze and a sneeze, and that was it. 15 minutes of illness and then totally fine. Me, 3 weeks of illness, bunged up, coughing, retching, couldn't breathe. And then after the 3 weeks of that, I got the dry, raspy cough. The double tap, the little itch at the back of your throat. There's nothing there to hike up out your chest. There's no phlegmy bits, it's just a little tickly cough. I had that and it was a nightmare. And now my daughter has it. Can't believe it. Now she's not been ill apart from, I think she had a sneeze, like the missus, a sneeze and a cough, and that was it. And now she has this double tap cough, which seems to be going around. Funny how everyone seems to be getting this irritating cough that lasts for weeks, if you're really unlucky. And the rest of your life if you're really super, super unlucky. So she's got that. But she puts a brave face on, doesn't bother her at all. It bothers me, I hear it all the time. Cough, 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 cough. Take some medicine. She's like, no. Like her mum, like me in many ways, because I don't like taking medicine or antibiotics or any kind of medication. I don't like any of that at all. But I will take it if I feel I have to. And but she won't, just not interested. And Mrs. Kilt-Man's the same. Oh, she's got a headache or whatever, you know, anything. She won't take any painkillers. No, it'll go in its own accord, its own time. She's got, you know, a bug. It'll go in its own time duration. I can't speed things along. Whether I take meds or not, it's going to last a week or whatever, or in her case, 15 minutes. Anyway, so we've got that to contend with. But not only that, we've got the cat. The cat. Wednesday. I'm surprised she's not here right now because she follows me everywhere I go. Everywhere she's there. I was getting her little dish of dried food, the little things she can snack on throughout the day. Not her meals, but just a little snack thing. Little dried biscuit type things. And as I bent down to put it in her bowl, she jumped on my back and wouldn't get off. So I literally was hobbled over like that with a cat on my back. And I was like, she's leaning around, you know, meowing in my ear, and I'm saying, do you mind? Do you want to get off? Do you want to jump on the table? Jump on this, jump on someone else, jump out the window. And no, and it's digging its claws in. Like, you just fucking get off me. And it's under your feet all the time. And wherever you go, she chases you. But then she gets to where you're going before you do. She doesn't know where you're going, but she has this uncanny knack of transporting herself dimensionally through time and space to arrive before you. Ha ha! And surprise you. Oh. There's a constant noise in this house other than the cough cough, and that's people going, oh, because wherever you go she suddenly springs up. Oh. So anyone goes on the move in the mansion, within a couple of strides you hear, oh, because she's just scared the bejesus out of you. It's good fun. No, she is a wonderful little critter, oodles of energy, unbelievably cute, and utterly remorselessly and unstoppable. You know, she's there all the time. And now I've just realised I made a big mistake in hoisting my knee up like that, because now we get on to the third part, cartilage. Yeah, in Kilt-Man's unceasing run of bad luck, I've now hurt my knee. This one right here. There you go, the offending thing itself. Mother's Day was yesterday in the UK, and we went out. Well, we don't have any mothers left, they're all dead. But Mrs. Kilt-Man is a mother, so took her out, had a few drinky poos, and then she came back. But I stayed out because the band was going to come on. So I thought, oh, I'll watch a bit of the band. Watch a bit of the band. End up staying for the entire bloody thing. Message on my phone. We're starving. Come on, it's Mother's Day, you know. You said you were going to get a Chinese banquet. I went, oh, shit, yeah. I said, okay, well, you phone the order in, and I'll go and get it. So that's what happened. She phoned the order in, as usual, and I went and collected. And on the way back, I came across the drawbridge, into the front garden and I fell over. Completely out the blue. I actually fell sort of sideways and then landed on my back in the grass. Lucky I'd come off the drawbridge, otherwise I'd have been in the moat. And I got all the bags of the banquet and all that. Oh, what? I managed to save all that. And of course my kilt flew up and all that. So any drones overhead would have seen all my glory. They'd have to zoom in obviously quite a bit. But I began to laugh because, well, not sure what I tripped over though. Probably the damn cat. No, she hasn't been out yet. She can't because she hasn't been spayed yet. So I'm surprised there isn't cats and dogs and alligators all lined up outside as they can smell that she's in heat, because of course she is in season. Oh, we got the cat at the right time, didn't we? So she walks around with her arse in the air completely. Hello boys, have you seen this? And there's a lot of excessive meowing, which we looked into it. It means, yeah, she's calling out to all the boys out there. So anyway, I'm lying on my back, my knees and legs are up in the air. I've saved the meal. I thought, what did I fall over? Well, you have been drinking. I can't. Yeah, not that drunk though. God almighty. I've only been drinking whiskey. And then I got up, and I think, although I don't remember doing it at the time, but I think the process of getting up, holding the bag and lifting myself up, and the knee movement has possibly torn the cartilage in my left knee. And that's not a good thing at all. So I did get in and I did eat my portion of the banquet, and then we sat down and we were watching a bit of whatever the hell was on, I can't remember. And then I tried to get out the chair and this leg was shooting pain, rocketing around my kneecap. Oh my God. And then going to bed, going up the stairs, an absolute nightmare. Now, when you're not moving it, it's not hurting, which I presume is a good thing. I'm no expert on knee injuries. I mean, I did this knee in a long time ago. I'm putting to the other knee now, the right knee. And this has been aching a bit of late. I mean, I'm getting old now, you see. I don't like it, but that aches a little bit going up and down stairs. But the left knee was always fine. Anyway, but lying in bed, there was no issue. I could turn over. But the problem I have is when there's your knee. This bit here is the knee. When you straighten it up like that, it doesn't look very straight, does it? But you know what I mean? Like it suddenly locks. You go, that's when it hurts. And coming downstairs really hurts. Going up is a lot easier, but coming down, I've got to do it sort of side saddle, sort of sidestepping down, gently put the foot down and then follow on with the other leg and holding onto the wall and the banister as well, hoping the cat doesn't trip me up and send me flying down the bloody stairs, break every other bone in my body. But if it is cartilage, I think it's called the meniscus. Am I right about that? I think I'm right. That's pretty bad, and because it doesn't repair itself. I think the cartilage doesn't get blood flow through it, so it doesn't heal. So you have to have either physio or surgery. And if you don't get that and it's a cartilage, that's going to be a real problem when you get older. Osteoarthritis and all that kind of crap. I really don't need this. You know, life has not been too brilliant in the Kilt Mansion for the last few months. Losing Roxy and then being horrendously ill, and now this on top of it. Bottoms up, y'all. But at least I can now limp like Mad Max does when he gets his kneecap shot out in the first movie, or limp like Snake Plissken when he gets a crossbow bolt. That's in the other leg though, sadly. But it's given me a new appreciation. I've mentioned this before, that both Mel Gibson and Kurt Russell can limp very, very well in these movies. I mean, Mad Max gets his arm run over as well by a motorcycle by Bubba Zanetti. Quit toying, Bubba. Easy, I know what I'm doing. And then he shoots the kneecap out of him, like. And Gibson is so rigid, and his leg is completely straight, and the way he drags and shuffles his leg around, and he collapses against the side of the black on black V8 Interceptor, the last of them, of course. And you can see the real pain on his face, the sheer exertion, and like the gritted teeth resolve to just vengeance. I might be able to walk, but I can sure as I'll drive the car. And again, Kurt Russell with the crossbow bolt, he does a very convincing limp as well, especially at the end when he's running across the 69th Street Bridge and the Duke's after him and all that. He does it really, really well. So I've got a newfound appreciation because that's how I'm walking now, and it does give me a rather good excuse to use this. Yeah, the silver wolf-headed cane from the Wolfman. This, for those who don't remember, or those who don't even know, came courtesy of our great friend and super channel subscriber and contributor, Steve 007 Smith, who sent this to me years and years ago. And I'd always said that if you could have any prop from the movies, any prop at all, I mean, some would go, I want a model Death Star, or I want part of, you know, the endoskeleton from Terminator, or I want a lightsaber, or I want whatever. The red shoes, the ruby red shoes from the, what's it called? The Wizard of Oz, that's the one. But I've always said the prop I want is the wolf-headed cane from the Wolfman, because it's so damn striking. I mean, this is a replica, obviously, it's not the real one. The great collector of movie memorabilia, Bob Burns, is the one who actually did salvage the original. So that's in his archives. But this is a bloody good replica. And Steve sent this to us, got it made in America, and it was shipped over here. And I have took it out. It has seen some of the delights of the whittle. But unless you've actually got a limp, you feel kind of silly walking around with it, because in the film, Lon Chaney's Larry Tolber hasn't got a limp. He has been bitten by Bela Lugosi's wolf, but, you know, he doesn't carry this because, you know, he needs it as a genuine crutch. But it's a status symbol, you know, he's got money and it's silver-headed and it's distinctive. He actually says, make a good putter, as a golf putter, you know. And, but I've took it out, and unless you're leaning on it, it looks like a weapon. It looks like you're carrying it as a weapon. So you've got to be kind of careful, because Mr. Plod, the two-tier policing system now, because my skin is this colour, oh, they'll have me, you know, that's an offensive weapon you've got there. I've got like, well, my kilt hasn't blown up again, has it? But now I've got a legit excuse, because my leg is knackered. So, and I'm not sure how you actually use a crutch. That sounds stupid, doesn't it? But when I walked from the other room where this lives to come over here, I thought I'd walk on it, and that's the bad leg on the left. So I thought, well, you must use it on the left side, obviously, because it's going to compensate for the knackeration of your left leg. But it didn't feel right. I thought, that's not working. So I swapped it over to the other side, to the right, and that seemed to be better. How can that be? How can that be? So I'm going to take it for a test drive. After doing this video, I'm going to nip out for a few pain-killing whiskies, and I'm going to take this with me, and I'm going to work out, suss out. I'll walk with it on one side all the way down the pub, and I'll walk with it on the way back on the other side, and I'll see which works. Of course, after a few whiskies, I'll probably be skipping anyway, or I'll fall over all over again. Or I'll leave this behind. No. You wear this with your big fancy gothic white shirt and a waistcoat and a big frock coat, and of course your favourite kilt, obviously. But it does look great. It's very eye-catching, and people do go, and people do know what it is. Well, some people know what it is. And they go like, because the last time I took this out, someone said to us, and it was in the cask as well, and there was an Irish band fiddle playing in the front parlour of the pub. Took up the entire bloody room, and of course you come through from the big double doors, and then you've got to fight through this crowd of fiddlers, and they've got their little bodrooms as well, like they're tub thumping and all that. Every single song sounds identical to the one that came before it and the one that's going to come afterwards. There's no variety whatsoever, but they have a good time. But they fill the place up. If there was a fire and the exit at the back is no good, you'd have to go out the front. You wouldn't be able to get out, because they're all old and they're as knackered as I am. They've got their fiddles and their fiddle cases, fiddle-dee-dee, and they've got their walking sticks and all that, and their crutches and everything. So, and the Zimmer frames, it'd be a nightmare trying to get out. You just burn to death. That's probably preferable to listening to that fucking fiddle fart and menagerie. No, they're quite good. But I was in there with this, and a guy that I know, he went, and he pointed to it, and I went, yeah, and he goes, why you got a walking stick? Why are you dressed like a Victorian gentleman in a kilt? I said, you know what it is? He went, yeah, it's from that Lon Chaney film, the Wolfman thing. And I went, yeah, wow, you knew? Of course I know what it is. I watch movies. I've got a memory. You know, these work, he said. Like, so I was quite impressed. But it's a great bit of kit, and it is quite heavy. I mean, that's vulcanized rubber, but it's been painted over with silver. So it actually has got a coating of silver on it. Very nice touch. So it actually feels, when you hold it, you touch it, silver has a very distinctive sort of feel, and it's cold, but yet you like it. It's not like, ooh, that's horrible. And actually, when I did get this before, the cat ran off. The cat didn't like the wolf. Ha! Almost hit this thing on my chest. Right, folks, I am going to depart now. Only a short video, just to let you know what's been going on and why you probably haven't seen any videos over the weekend, even though I had some planned, because I was busy on Saturday and I was busy all day yesterday, and now I should be in A&E awaiting surgery. Oh, please, I hope it's not. There's no bruising, there's no swelling. I haven't done all my homework on ripped cartilages, but I'm hoping it's not that. But I really don't know what else it could be. I didn't bang it. I know I did not bang it against anything. There's no bruising, no swelling, nothing like that. You can't pinpoint. I haven't really probed to find the epicenter of the pain, because it doesn't hurt when you're sitting still or standing. It doesn't hurt you. It's only when you begin to move around and you've got the joint, the socket is actually sort of doing things. If I didn't know better, I would swear down that someone's cursed me. The amount of shitty luck I've had lately. Because you don't know the half of it. There's a lot more happening behind the scenes as well. But hey, I try to keep a brave face on things, even though it looks like a bag of elbows. And Frank the Crank in the pub yesterday, after the wife had gone, I was talking to these people outside, because it was dead sunny still, and it was gorgeous day actually yesterday. And Frank the Crank was leaving. Frank the Crank looks like the Don of the Whittle. He dresses it like mafioso. He's got his little black hat on it, and he's got a perma scowl on his face. And but he's a cheeky bastard. He lives just down the road, and down the road and then up the next road. But anyway, and he's got a walking stick. He's old, and I was in a vest, propped up against the wall, talking to these people, posing, because I'm playing the Rambo score, Rambo First Blood Part 2 right now. But I actually watched a bit of Rambo yesterday morning before going out. I was pumping iron as well, feeling really great about myself. Oh, looking good, looking pumped. Veins were popping and all sorts. Little did I know. And fucking Frank with his walking stick, I'm going to take this out and batter him with it actually later. He prodded me just above the belt. He went, "You're getting fat, you." You cheeky old twat. You're getting fat. And you know, you don't expect that sort of thing. And normally I've got a pretty wicked retort. I've got a good quick response to most things. I kind of went, "You cheeky twat." You can tell he's thinking that's the best you could do. Fatso. Chubs. Oh. No, he's all right, Frank. He actually is a good laugh, but his face, no one tells his face he's actually in a good mood. His face is just like a slab. It's Charles Bronson on a really, really bad day. That's how his face always looks. But he's sound. He's still dead though next time I see him. Fat, hey, fat. You old bastard. Right, folks, I'm gonna do one. So, in the meantime, in this ever crotchety, coffee, cartilagey, kneecappy, cat rampagey in between time, please keep it Celtic, keep it Celtic. And I'm gonna see you very shortly, because I've got a video about movies. Yes, the thing this channel's meant to be all about, movies. But certain type of movies, yes, it's one of them where I'm going to go through a load of films and just talk about an element that's in all of them. So, I'll see you all And we'll have a right old knees up, eh, Mother Brown?